Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming tonight. I appreciate all the comments on my outfit. Thank you. I made that sweater, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. It is one of my absolute favorites, and I was going to wear it tonight, but it got really hot in here, even though I have the fan on. So tank top it is, but at least it kind of matches the color of the trees, this one, right? So can you hear me? I have a bit of a new setup tonight. I don't know if you can tell, but I actually got myself a ring light on Amazon for all of $13. So I needed an add-on for an order in order to get free shipping. And there was this $13 ring light that comes with a tripod and it comes with all different settings. So I'm trying it out tonight. So I can go, this is the like candlelight. And then I can switch to like this cool snowy one. So it's got 3 color settings, and then this one's not good. And then this, and then it has like several different brightnesses. And it has a tripod. It has an attachment on the top, a little screw-on tripod, and it has the phone holder thingy. So if you use your phone, it's got this bracket, and then you can screw it on. But I'm just using my webcam. So anyways, you knew there was something to... Well, before I was just using an old lamp with like a naked bulb. It didn't even have a lampshade on it, and it was just... The glare was terrible. So this is like the best $13 I ever spent. If anyone's interested, I can drop a link in the description down below. I'm really thrilled with it, and I was just glad that the cord reached. So thank you everyone for coming in. Viola, nice to meet you. Viola Brampton and everyone, thank you. Thank you, Broke Farmer, for coming in. Edward, thank you, GTGAR. I always want to switch the G and the J in that one. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Q. Thank you, Monica, Nicole, Christy Sue Robbins, Lioncrest is up there, Vanessa, and Monica Katie's Garden. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that if you so choose. So tonight, I thought we would mix it up a little bit. It's not a whole lot going on gardening-wise right now. This week, I did have to go out and rip out my tomatoes. So I went out and they just were not looking good, and I think they have some wilt, or I don't know. I've never ever dealt with that here in the Toronto area. Normally by this time of year, our tomatoes, like, we've already pulled them out. We've never had this late of a season really, and it's been super wet. We've had so much rain the past few weeks. So I noticed it on a couple of my plants, and I noticed some people in the local chat groups that were talking about it. So I went out and I took off all the fresh tomatoes that I could still get off. Most of they're all green. And then I ended up just pulling out all the plants. I was just like, yeah, this isn't going to go any better. It was an absolutely beautiful week. We've been in the 70s, and next week we're dropping down a bit and it's going to be rainy. And my husband was like, you might as well just do it while it's nice out, right? So I did pull them all out. It looks kind of naked. I have video, so it looks really weird. The deck is all open now. Gizmo was traumatized. I had to block him off on the other side of the gate. He was freaking out. Like, he can smell anytime I'm pruning the tomatoes. He's out there with me. So he was not happy about the tomatoes getting ripped out, but what can I do? Oh, hey, Mrs. E3. Too bad I can't read. Farmstead, thank you so much for joining us. And G Mama, hello, thank you. Yeah, so I ripped those out, but then I had a really nice pepper harvest. So I did videotape that. I have a bunch of red jalapenos. So stay tuned for a video on what I'm going to do with those, because I've never done it before and it's exciting. And I keep watching. I'm a little bright. Turn that down a little bit. I keep watching videos on other people doing it on YouTube, and I'm going to attempt my own version of it. But yeah, so tonight, like I said, I'm going to be doing the seed giveaways. You do have to be in the chat in order to win, because I've had a few where no one ever messaged me to get their seeds. So it's kind of anticlimactic too when you're in the chat and someone's name comes up that no one's heard of or no one's ever in the chat. So anyways, you have to be present to win the seeds. So I won't hold you all hostage. I'll do that in about 10-15 minutes. Don't worry. And I think I saw did I see someone else come in? Oh, Black's Tropical Farm said, hey, how's it going? Welcome, Soil Fam. And Hooga Homestead. I got it right. I rhyme it with Ooga Booga, which used to be one of my favorite games on Roblox. That's the way I remember there. Huga Homestead, thank you so much for coming in. So the teaser, if you could call it that, in my video, my picture, we are going to be talking just a little bit about some of the other crafts or hobbies that a lot of us YouTubers have. I've noticed it's coming up in the chats on a lot of different channels, and a lot of people, you know, have other arts hobbies. So I'm going to be focusing a bit more on like the fiber arts this evening, especially sewing. If you are in the group right now and you are interested, or you do anything like sewing, you know, quilting, I was going to say yarning. No. Knitting, crocheting, anything like that. Drop a note in the chat and just let us know what you do. What is your choice? And I am trying to figure out how to show pictures on the screen. And for some reason, it will let me share a website page, but not a file folder. So share the screen. I'm going to try it again. And I'll see if I can, because normally I can do the videos, but it's not showing. I have to show the entire screen. Oh, crap, and I just blocked it. Sorry. Yeah, so StreamYard does have a few issues. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try and get some pictures up here. See, it's not letting me choose this window. I don't know why. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go with entire screen. I'm going to click allow. So you're going to see us up here in the corner, and I apologize for that. Can I make it bigger and get rid of this? So I can get rid of most of this. So I want to see a bit of the chat. Okay. So this picture here, this was the jacket. If you have seen me in any of the chats this week complaining about this jacket that I was sewing while I was listening to people's lives, this is the jacket. And this was, oh, that's not the jacket. Go back. Oops. Anyways, it is 2 layers of satin. I think I have another shot of it, a better shot of it. I also tried to organize these and it wouldn't let me put them in the order I wanted them to go. So the other picture of the jacket. Yeah, where did it go? I had it really big. That's the jacket. No, I'm terribly sorry about this. We are struggling. We're just going to go through the pictures I have on here and I will talk about them. And if I see the other one, then the other one. Okay, so that jacket that you saw in that last picture has, this is like a stretch satin fabric on the outside. The lining is satin. And then the only black fabric I had to go with it that was kind of dressy was velvet. I don't know if you've ever sewn with velvet, but when you, it's kind of thick, and when you fold it, the 2 fibers kind of crush a bit, like they push, and it's a pain in the butt to try and, oh, you can't see me at all. I'm gesturing. So I'm trying to figure out how to share. Oh, okay. I can get me on here. Okay. So yeah, so it's like the fabric, as soon as you go to sew it, it shifts. So the velvet shifts and the satin slips. So let's just say it was an absolute nightmare. Thankfully, she loves it and it fits perfectly. So I really wish I could get rid of this screen. Maybe if I go all the way like this and then like this. Is that better? Oh, that's better. Okay, we're going to do this for now. Okay, this was a pattern test that I did for my daughter 2 years ago. You will see that she has grown quite a bit in the last couple of years. So I started my sewing journey back when my daughter was around 2 or 3. I got really into growing, making like sundresses and stuff for her, right? And she looked cute in whatever I made. It was easy to sew for her. It wasn't difficult. And a friend of mine started her own pattern company, and we'd been friends before she really started sewing. And so she started this pattern company of making, you know, kids clothes and kids patterns. And so she needed some pattern testers. And so it was my first time ever doing any pattern testing, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And turns out I'm an excellent pattern tester, because I make every possible mistake a person could make in making a pattern. And that way the pattern companies get to idiot proof the pattern. So I always tell them after I screw up something in one of the runs, I'm like, you're welcome. So anyways, I started doing I'm trying to I can see the chat's moving, but I'm trying to see the chat on the screen. Let me pull it over so I can comment. Let's get rid of that one. We don't need that. Oh no. Oh no. I'm trying to slide you over. So, hi, what is she up to? Hi, Joyce. Thank you very much. It turned out to be a lovely jacket, and I made a matching circle skirt, which hopefully you will see because I put all the pictures into this file. So hopefully they will show up in a minute. So I apologize if I don't see your comment on the side because it is super tiny. So this was one of the pattern tests I did. It's for a Canadian design company, two ladies that are really good friends, and it is called Sophiona Designs. So this is their company. This is another one of their patterns, not the best picture, but to show the pattern, but these were some really cute s'mores pajamas that Sydney got for Christmas 2 years ago. This is one of my favorite makes and favorite pictures. So this was taken in the same place as I took my fall pictures this time. And this is a romper that she requested, and I did as a pattern test earlier in the year as a shorts version, and then I did the pants. And she still wears, like, she would wear this every single day if she could. It's super comfortable. They just expanded into miss sizes, so it's kind of, they've taken on, so they used to just go up to like girls size 14, then it went up to 16, and then they switched over to miss sizing. So it kind of covers like the tween younger girls, but it doesn't go into like a full range of women's sizing. Fortunately, I can fit into their topper end of the sizing. So I have been doing some sewing tests for them in the miss category for me, and then Sydney is in the smaller end of the miss category now. And this was another pattern test I did for them this year. So these are reusable face wipes. Little face, the other side is I use terry on some and I use flannel on the others. The pattern comes with this cute little case, and it also has a nice little washable bag, which we will see somewhere else. I don't know why it won't let me organize these. This was one of my favorite outfits and one of my favorite pictures. This cracks me up. If you know my daughter, this is like just so her. So these are both Sophiona patterns. The dress is the tide, and the top, I can't remember off the top of my head, but this was a super fun photo shoot that we did. And this is another Sophiona pattern. It was just a plain raglan, and then they added these detail of these beautiful straps. This was a doll quilt I made for her Barbies. This was my robe. Oh my goodness. If anyone has ever sewn with this kind of fabric, I made this 2 years ago, and I wore a face mask. Like, I wore my full N95 while cutting and sewing and serging with this fabric because it sheds like crazy. It is the comfiest, most comfortable robe. This is also a Sophiona pattern, and it's got a nice hood, and I made this one for me. So, hey, Yogi Hollow Farm, how did your chores go? Thank you for coming in, Lisa. So hopefully you can see the pictures. If not, I do have, if you're interested in sewing or you're interested in seeing more of the stuff I've sewn or any of the patterns you see here, I do have Instagram, and I will post the link to my Instagram in a bit. I have a separate Instagram for sewing. This is the one I showed as my profile picture. This is probably one of the favorite things I've ever made myself. This is the from Hala, which is my favorite women's pattern company. And this is their kimono sweater. So they have the pattern comes as a dress, and it also comes as a sweater. I unfortunately did not get to test this. I was invited to start testing for them their very last pattern that they did, which was like 3 years ago. And it was a raglan, and then she went on hiatus. There were some issues she was having, family and personal, and so she went on hiatus, and I'm very sad because I finally got onto their testing team. So, oh well. Is there anyone else coming in the group that I haven't said hi to? I apologize. What is she up to now? Thank you so much for coming. Monica, Turf Therapy, thank you. The robe, oh my God, it's so cozy, but it was, oh my God, it was such a mess. It was such a mess. I felt like I was even just like breathing the fibers for ages. Christy Sue, thank you so much. Nice kimono. Love that. I love this. I've made it in I've made my mom one, I've made a friend one, I've made this one, and I've also made it in a black and with a similar black and white stripe down the front. It's a flower one. You'll see it later. This is just a fun, simple rag quilt. If anyone wants to get into quilting, if you want to try quilting, this is the fastest, easiest, and coziest kind of quilt you can make. It is a rag quilt. Each square is solid. You're not doing a lot of piecing. You're literally just stacking them together, sewing them together, and cutting the edges. After you wash it a few times, it frays. It's all flannel. It's super soft, super cozy. So I made this for my mom for Christmas 2 years ago. It is a lap size quilt, so it fits on her lap when she's in her wheelchair. She doesn't have to worry about a blanket getting all tangled up when she's in her wheelchair. I see a question. Do you make your clothing forms mannequin? I can't read that whole thing. It's over here. Using dress forms or mannequin? No. No, I was on the search for a dress form for ages, and they're super expensive. And I found one for an amazing price at a antique store, and it was in perfect condition, brand new. Bought it. I used it a handful of times, I'll be honest. I don't know. I thought I would use it more. I mainly used it for modeling bras, because I have made bras and I was doing a blog tour for Canada Cups, we called it, and it was a bra making tour, blog tour across Canada for Canadian makers. And I made, you know, like a full-on underwire bra, and I'm not going to model it. So I did use that for that. So it worked okay for a few things. I didn't end up using it because even though it's to my measurements, it's not like, I'm squishy, right? Like it's hard and I'm squishy. So even though it's the same measurement, like say for my rib cage, like the bra band wouldn't hook on it, right? Because you squished. And so when I try to put clothes on it that I'm making, it just didn't work out. The only thing it's been useful for is freaking me out in the backyard, because I was keeping it in my bedroom window, and I would be out in the backyard and I'd be like, what the heck? There's someone in the bedroom. So I probably freak out like everyone on the GO train that goes by in the backyard right behind the house every morning, because they're going to be like, every time they're like, oh my God, that lady is always standing in the window, no matter what time of day I go by. So I'm actually interested in selling it. I think I'm going to sell it. I don't use it. I thought I would. I don't. This is a swimsuit for the first pattern company I ever tested for, which was my friend Heidi's company called Polywoggles. And she is also Canadian. She's also here in Ontario. And this was a really fun swimsuit, the Nahani. This was a custom fabric from a local fabric shop here in Burlington, who's unfortunately just going out of business. This was also a fun one from Sophiona. My daughter here is such a trooper. This picture is taken in January of 2020. It was 14 degrees Fahrenheit. And when I was making the dress, I asked her, do you want long sleeves? Do you want short sleeves? She voted for short sleeves. When we got out there and it was so cold, she was like, I wish I'd gone for long sleeves. But what you can't see is right next to her is her coat and her gloves. So she took the coat off. We took a handful of pictures really quick, and then we were done. And in some of the later pictures, you'll see how red her face is from that. Back to this outfit. This is super fun. They do like leggings. Here she is trying to pretend like she knows how to play soccer. This is back to the Nahani. I made so many of these swimsuits. It came in a tankini. It came in a bikini length. And then for the bottoms, you could either do like shorts or longer, like more of a longer board short. So it was perfect for going someplace. This I made. This is a robe from Polywoggles, a pattern test. This is my daughter in another horrible fuzzy fabric that is amazing to wear and absolutely terrible to try and sew with. And I keep saying I'm never going to sew with this fabric again, and then I keep getting sucked in and buy the fabric because it's so soft and cozy, and it's worth it. It's worth it. This, oh my God, this is probably one of the most ridiculous sews I ever made. This was I did a back to school sewing swap in the American Girl Oh no, it was the Maple Lace. So it's like the Canadian version of American Girl in their like back to schools craft swap. So I made a backpack for the American Girl doll, and I think we'll see a zipper pouch later in that. And it was the world's smallest zipper pouch with a zipper, and I will never do that again either. I say that a lot about everything I sew. This was another top I made for Sophiona in the backyard. This was last year with my Cosmos. Slippers I made for my daughter. Oh, back to the outfit. She was freezing. You can see her cheeks are pink, but she was really having fun with it. This is the full picture of the dress, the outfit that I made. Do you make robes to sell? No, I do not, bro. Because it takes me so long. And honestly, the shipping for what you can buy at Costco for a nice fuzzy robe, I do it purely because I enjoy it. I tried to sell stuff originally, but the cost of fabric is very expensive. And, you know, if you don't factor in your time, and honestly, no one wants to pay, you know, $60 for a homemade robe when you can go to Costco and buy one for 20, right? So it would be, I've got this hair coming and I don't know where it's from. So I apologize if you're wondering what I keep doing. So this is the full outfit. So this is the jacket, the sleeves. So you can see the cuffs here. It's a crop jacket. This was the crop length. And then I took off another 2 inches because she's, you know, she's only 5'2". And so this is velvet here. This was actually my first time ever sewing a zipper into, oh my God, this hair. Sewing a zipper into a garment. So I've made lots of purses and bags and all kinds of stuff with zippers, but I've never sewn a separating zipper into a garment. And I decided to do that while using, you know, 2 layers of satin and velvet because I'm an idiot. But anyways, it turned out great. But this is why, if you saw me in the chats, I was very frustrated early on. So hopefully you can see this picture. It's not super big in the screen, but yeah. And then for the skirt, she just wanted a simple flare. So it's just a simple circle skirt with a nice wide elastic waistband. And she's tried to wear it every day to school so far. She's only worn it once. So she loves it and it fits perfectly. And oh, Gizmo. Well, I didn't make him. Oh, this was a dress I'd made in the pattern test, but for some reason I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, super fun. I absolutely hate making Barbie clothes because Barbie clothes are so stinking tiny and you cannot sew them on the machine. But I love making 18-inch doll clothes because they do fit in the machine and they're super cute, and it's a great way to use a fabric, and they're fast. They're quick, fast, easy, and the girls don't care and complain if the seams are uncomfortable. So these were super fun to make. These are 2 little swimsuits that I made for my daughter's dolls out of leftover fabric that I was doing from a fabric strike. Do we have someone new in the chat? Offer to model it. Well, there you go, Brooke. You want one? We'll work it out. You got to pay for shipping, though. Thank you, Tasha, for She Grows. Thank you so much for coming. It's a great use for leftover fabric because now that my daughter is getting bigger, I can't use my leftover fabric to make stuff for her, unfortunately. So here's a back shot of that outfit. Oh, here's a little purse tote. So I make bags and totes. This is one of her teacher gifts. Every year for Christmas, I usually make her teacher a tote bag. This was another Sophiona pattern. It was a nice little long sleeve dress with kind of this mock turtleneck collar. Another day out in the cold snow, but she is a real trooper. She always gets hot chocolate after, so bribery works. Another day in the snow in another tank top. So this is also Sophiona. This is their free dandelion pattern. It's a nice crossover in the back. And this picture is, we got the cover of the pattern. So if you go on Sophiona's website and you look up this pattern, which I can't remember the name of it, you will see Sydney. We got the cover on this one. So that's kind of exciting. And here she is tied. And this is their bag pattern as well, which is called the Balsam. And another picture of the tote bag and another picture of the ridiculously tiny backpack. Oh, here's another shot, a full shot of the romper. And this is her absolute favorite, I think, favorite thing I've ever sewn. I don't know, this new set she loves almost as well. So hopefully, oh, here I am in my yoga gear doing my yoga out in the garden. I love doing my yoga on the deck. Oh, here she is, first day of school outfit. This was a cover up by Sophiona called Moss. This was by Pollywoggles. It is her Kakoni, I can't remember how to pronounce it, sweatshirt. Here she is. We do have a lot of fun out when we take the pictures. So here she is goofing around in her tank top and matching leggings. Oh, I love photographing the 18-inch dolls. They don't move. They don't complain. They stay still. They're always smiling. They're super easy to photograph. Here is one of my favorites, the bonfire hoodie. I didn't make a hoodie in this one. I just used a cowl neckline because I didn't have enough fabric to do a hoodie. So I wear this. And I also have this one. I made it in, it's a purple flower fabric. I've actually used, I've worn it in quite a few of my videos. Purse I made. Love this outfit. She's got to pull this back out for winter. Hopefully it still fits. What camera do you use to photograph my artistry? I use my, is it here? I use my super old Rebel. This is the original Rebel. My dad bought it in 2004. It was the first one that came out. The first DSL camera from Canon in 2004. He gave it to me in 2006 because he couldn't understand how to do the digital. Like he would literally take the camera into the camera shop and say, can you please print all the pictures? So he figured he didn't need that nice of a camera at the time. And so I've just kept it. So I have the kit lens, and then that I got that lens for my birthday a couple years ago. It is a 55, I think it's a 55-250. It's a Canon 55-250 lens. And then I got like the lens hood on it or whatever. So it's an older camera. It's only 16 megapixels. I would love someday to upgrade to one of the newer ones, but for now it's working. So don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And this was one of my favorites from that photo session. Everyone about died laughing when I posted this in the group for the pattern test. So yeah, you can tell she's my kid. Here's another of the swim outfit. I really love these, the longer shorts, because they were great for going from like a splash pad and then to the playground, right? So don't undercut your skill. You would be, oh, thank you so much, Iko. You know what? I tried selling and it just, people don't want to. Oh, okay. So this is the other one. So the other kimono I said earlier, the green one that I have in the cover shot, this is the other version I made with this fabric, which is a little bit more wintry. That's more fall. I don't know if you remember last year, but there was that dog Tico or something, and he would like show all of his fashion outfits, and he's like, love it, couldn't wear it, love it, couldn't wear it. I don't know. So anyways, when I was doing some of the pattern tests, I made it, I love it, couldn't wear it. So because of course we were in lockdown. So that's the joke behind that one. Okay, so here you can see, oh my goodness, do you see this, the size of this zipper pouch? Oh my goodness, trying to turn this thing was an absolute nightmare. So we made everything in the picture here. We made the zipper pouch. We made these pencils. So the pencils and the colored pencils are made with toothpicks. So you cut the toothpicks in half and then you just kind of color them with markers and make colored pencils. It's super fun, super cool. If you're into crafts for your kids, I do have a post on my blog. So I'll post my blog down below because I used to blog about all my sewing stuff on there. If you have kids that are into anything like this for the crafts, I also follow a channel on YouTube called My Froggy Stuff, and she makes amazing craft stuff for 18-inch dolls and Barbies and all of that. So who else just popped in? Oh, Hickory Craft. Hey, thank you so much for coming. Who is it? Which one are you? Oh, here is another of the back here. Oh, this was one of my favorite. This fabric is so heavy though. So anytime I go anywhere on trips, I can't take it because this dress weighs like 10 pounds, but it's really comfortable and I love it. So this is another dress by Hala called Bliss. And a splash guard. Oh, here's the pajamas. Stephanie, thank you. This is a DOP bag, or like a men's toiletry bag. I made my father for Christmas last year. This red leather is from my old couch. So when we decided to get rid of the couch, it was old and it was heavy, and to get it out of the house, my husband literally tore the couch apart. So it was real leather. So he saved all the leather, especially the leather off the back and off the bottom of the cushions was in perfect condition. So I used that for quite a few different things. So I've made some purses, I've made some bags, and I made this for my dad with the leather out of it. And then the inside lining is waterproof. That black dress would make a super cute fall coat, jacket, or coat. Oh, that's a good idea, that fabric. Yeah, it would work. So here's my little trooper out in the snow in her tank top. Oh my goodness, this is a basket weave. So this was another pattern test I did for a lady. And so basically you make 50 million hundred strips of fabric folded, and then you weave it together. It turned out really nice. It was a gift I ended up giving. And this is a purse I made with my couch leather. So free leather from my couch, reclaimed, whatever you want to call it, upcycling. I made the straps and I made the purse. This is a balsam bag pattern from Sophiona. I did a pattern test with. Another shot of the zipper pouch. There's a lot of them in here because this was probably one of the hardest things I saw. I love this shot. It kind of reminds me, reminds me of like Legally Blonde. I don't know if you've seen that movie. This just kind of has that vibe from her heading into, Harvard with her, her chihuahua. Another little photo shoot. And so here's the zipper pouch and the backpack that are so tiny. So tiny. And my purse. Yeah, I love this purse. Unfortunately, one of the straps here, I used rivets in this side and the rivet kind of popped out. So I have to fix the rivet. We'll do that at some point. And I think that's it for the pictures that I called from. Oh gosh, you don't need all these. Okay, well, we'll stop sharing that. That's too much. That's too much information. No one needs to see all of that. So anyways, okay, so yes, that is a little bit of a quick history on the sewing I have done in the past. I sewed this. I sew a lot of the stuff that I wear in my videos. I sew quite a few things for my daughter. We used to have a red leather sofa. Shucks, like, there you go. We saw a couch at the curb the other day. Someone was throwing it out and it was like pretty beat up on the front of it, and that had a dog or cat that had shredded it. But the back wasn't looking so bad. So I was like, but I don't think it was real leather. I think it was probably naga hide or something, right? So anyways, I always, when I see people throwing out patterns and stuff, perhaps this was discussed early, but do you sell some more? I don't, Hickory Croft. I don't. I tried for a little while when I was staying home with my daughter, right? So I worked with my husband and then I had my daughter. And so then I stayed home with her until she started school. And I did a few craft fairs. I did sell a few things online. I sold a handful of things, but honestly, yeah, the vegan leather. Yes, Bonnie, it's vegan leather. Yes. It just didn't work out. Like, the fabric it's expensive, especially here in Canada. A lot of these like custom fabrics, like the swim fabrics that I showed in the video, they go for like $20 a yard. So by the time, I make a kid's swimsuit, I'm in $20 for the fabric. And then if it takes me 3 or 4 hours, if I'm only paying myself minimum wage, that's another $80 for a kid's swimsuit. Like, so I stick to just kind of sewing things personally for me. A lot of it I started sewing bras because I need special size bras. And here, even in the US, but here in Canada, to go into a store and buy it, it's around $130 to get a bra to fit properly. I can order some cheaper through different companies from the UK, but then, you got fitting and then shipping it back. So when I saw an article on the news, actually my husband saw an article on the news, this lady was teaching classes on how to make your own bras. He's like, this sounds perfect for you. And fortunately, the lady who's known as the Bra Fairy, Beverly, lives in Hamilton, which is just about an hour south of me. So I took her craftsy classes online. But I went to her store and bought the fabric from her. And actually, she fitted me in her fitting bras. And so I had the exact perfect size. And so it worked out really, really well. So I just find at this point, I just sew for myself and for gifts. It's just, people just don't appreciate the time that goes in. Like that jacket, I'm not going to lie. Like it probably took me 2 hours just to like get the binding on and the zipper on, right? Like there's so many just fiddly steps you have to do. And then you have to pay, you have to buy all the stuff. So you have to buy the fabric, which, sometimes comes with shipping, or you go to the store. And then you have to buy the thread, then you have to buy your interfacing, then you have to buy your linings. And especially for a bag, the amount of items that go into making a bag. A bag like that can have 10 pieces of the outer fabric, 10 pieces of the inner fabric. Then you have pockets. Then you have zippers. Everything needs interfacing ironed on. Then you have batting that goes on the outside of the bag. And then you have all of the hardware. So you can easily be $80, $60, $70 in supplies alone on some of these bags. I'm just saying, like, for the zipper part, Tasha, for the zipper part, certain tops, like this top here, I've made this so many times. It's a simple swing top with just the edging here and the sleeves banding here and here. And I don't even hem the bottom of it because it's a handkerchief hem. Honestly, this I could sew in about an hour. Start to finish in an hour, I could do this kind, right? You have to position yourself to get in front of the, yeah, and you know what? I just don't have the interest in it, Gigi. I don't. I work full time. I'm back to work full time, and I'm gardening, and I'm not. I did actually go to one of the local sewing shops here, and I taught a class on making wallets. So that was really fun. We had like a 2-hour make a wallet class. That was really fun. So I did enjoy that. But yeah, like I for the amount of money, it's like I can go to work. And I can make in an hour at work what I would make, you know, selling one item that I spent all day sewing, right? So, and like they said, you know, how to totally ruin a hobby is to try and, you know, make money at it. So, you know, maybe when I get older and I'm, you know, not as able to do the drywall taping because someday it's probably gonna be difficult physically. Then I can, you know, go down the road there. Hopefully by then, you know, I'll be a famous YouTube star and I won't have to worry about it. But you know. Until that day happens, right? So anyways, I do have a couple of other people in the chat that I was going to have pop up and talk a little bit about their crafts. I just thought it was interesting. You know, a lot of us, you know, we all know each other and we know our gardens and our gardening, but we don't know each other as well when it comes to the crafts. So I have two wonderful ladies that we're going to pop up on here. So I will send the link. If I can find it. Here we go. Copy to clipboard. And I will send that out. We can do the seed thing first. So, okay, that's not going to work. I was trying to send it privately. Okay, I'll just post it here. So anyone that wants to come up can come up. But I had talked earlier to Mrs. E3 and Nikki. Nope, not Nikki. Nicole about coming up. Nicole just reopened her Etsy shop. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. She can talk a little bit about what she has on there. So whenever they see this, they can come on up. And until then, we can do the giveaway. So I'm going to use my random. Oh, and I like to share the screen for this one too. So we're going to use the random one. And remember, you have to be in the chat to win. So that means I might have to push it a few times. So if we can see who's in the chat. Here we go. I can allow that. There we go. Okay. So hopefully everyone had a chance to go and comment. And hopefully it doesn't take too long to get to someone. And the only downfall of this ring light is it's like right in my screen where I'm trying to see what I'm doing. Okay, so we are going to copy that. We're going to filter out the duplicates, and I think that's it. We're going to get our comments. That's way too big. All right, and start. Now this is for the first one, the 4 o'clocks, I believe. Yeah, so this is for the 4 o'clocks. My garden is my garden in the chat. Actually, can I make someone a mod? Does someone mind being a mod just so you can like check and see if that person's in the chat? Because I don't know how to do it from my computer. I don't think I've seen my garden in here at all tonight. Yeah, once I just kind of get around to like looking around where the ring light's at, or if I can maybe move it somewhere else. Oh, Smita! Is Smita in the chat tonight? I don't think she's in here tonight. So I'm going to just try and see if I can't make someone a mod. Smita. Yeah, I don't know how to check and see who all's in the chat. Like, I know you can do that from the from YouTube. And Because I'm on data. I gotta turn my data on this, sorry. Okay, Smita, I don't think she's in here. I would have seen her comment. So we'll pick another winner. Nicole! Nicole, is she here? She said she was coming tonight. Oh my gosh, Nicole. She's not in here yet. I'll pick another winner. Oh my goodness, Smita. No. Bonnie! Yay! We have a winner. She was here? Smita. Was Nicole here? Is Nicole here still? Where's Nicole? Oh, you are here. Sorry. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. You are back. You are here. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll send you and Bonnie each 4 o'clock. That's my mistake. That's my mistake. I'm really here trying to I don't know why it won't like let me into my chat. Oh well. I don't need any mods. I can't figure out how to do it. Okay, so Bonnie and Nicole have both won 4 o'clock. So the next one up is going to be for the Strawflowers. And we are going to get YouTube comments. We have 16 comments there, and we're going to start. Yeah, Nicole, I'm so sorry. I was like, I don't know. You've been here. I'm sorry. I thought I'd seen you, and then I'm distracted. I'm not seeing the comments too well, especially when I was going through the pictures. I know she's not in here. Slava. Was Slava here? Should I give her a minute to speak up if she's been here? Still here eating and listening. Oh, Lisa's like, I'm here. All right, we're going to pick another one. Sorry, Slava. Not tonight. Strawflowers for, again? Come on. Oh, Anna. Well, she can't get them anyways because she is in Amsterdam. Weehaw with Robin. Are you in the chat? Weehaw with Robin. You're here in advance. Nice, Nikki. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, so Anna, the DIY & Co., she lives in Amsterdam, and she has a great channel. She does some gardening. She does a lot of indoor plant stuff, and she does a lot of DIY, so she's super fun. Oh, Danny, wicked awesome gardener. She's not in here tonight yet. She might be popping in later. Sorry, Danny. Nicole, you won again. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'll draw one more. Nicole can win too, but to make it fair, we'll give... Oh, and Lisa! Very nice. So, Lisa, Strawflowers. You will be very, very happy to hear that Strawflowers are a cool flower. They're cool hardy. So, I planted my Strawflowers out last year in end of March, beginning of April. And they can take the snow. They can take the snow. They can take a freeze. They were out for, I mean, we got down to like 27 degrees and snow for about a week or so, mid-April, and they were fine. And they're huge and they're growing really strong. So those are going to work really, really nice for you, Lisa. You can start them. You can start them indoors 6 weeks before your last frost date is when you plant them out. So you'll start them indoors 12 weeks before your last frost date. And then you can plant them out 6 weeks before. So it's really nice to kind of get something started early, and you can plant them out. You could also do some of them maybe in winter sowing containers. They might work as well. So yay. Okay, so I am going to just, I'm just going to write down the winners really quick. Okay, so I will contact you after for your info. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're done with that. And I don't know how many more plant of the weeks I'm going to be able to do. I have filmed a few extras. Like I got my next one coming up tomorrow morning. Friday morning it's going out, and I've filmed 2 others ahead of time because I don't know when I'm going to get hit with frost or when all my plants are going to go. So each day I go out, there's another planter that just looks terrible. So a couple of my petunias have just croaked like out of nowhere, and then some are still looking amazing. So I don't know, right? So yes, congratulations to all of the winners. Better neck luck. Let's try that again. Better luck next time to the rest of you. And don't forget to go over and comment when I do post those. So I don't know if I posted it in here, but I do have a playlist for all of the new Plant of the Week videos. So I do have a playlist for that. So if you've missed any of them and you want to go, I try to keep them very short. They're only about 3 to 5 minutes long. And then you can just comment on those to enter your chance to win. And here we have Miss E3. We're going to add you to the start. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So what have you been up to?
We're overachieving. That's all I got to say.
Oh.
I was like, I can't go on after what she just showed.
No. I've been doing it. You know what? I went all in, and I will be very forthright with this. Sewing was my savior. So I went through a very, very hard time. I had a miscarriage at almost 12 weeks, and my daughter started kindergarten that year. So she was only there for 3 hours out of the day. And so, and it's been like 8 years, and I still tear up. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take up jogging. So I would go jogging 3 days a week after I dropped her off at the bus, because I had to pick her up at 11. And I would literally just bawl the entire time I was jogging. I would literally bawl the entire time from when I dropped her off at the bus to when I went and picked her up. And to try and keep it together the rest of the day was very, very difficult. And I discovered that I tried jogging, I tried working out, I tried all different things. The only thing that kept my mind occupied enough to push that behind me was sewing. And sewing, the more difficult, the more tricky, and the pattern testing, like I would never have tried any of these. Probably 90% of the things I ended up sewing was because I was forced into it because I had signed up for a pattern test, right? It's kind of like book club. Like so many of the books they pick for book club, I never would have read on my own.
Right.
So that was the same thing with pattern testing, which is why I like doing the pattern testing, because it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. You know, because sometimes you'd be like, oh, I'll sign up for a pattern test. And then they'll be like, oh, well, for this fabric, this pattern, you need, this specialty fabric. I'm like, oh my God, I've never done that. Or I've never sewn a zipper. I've never done a French seam. What was I thinking? But I'd committed. And so it was a real big way to push. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. I know it. I ended up having, I had 2 miscarriages early. They were both early on, around 6 weeks. And then I ended up having one at, I was 11 and a half weeks. Yeah. And it was on Father's Day. So that really sucked. Yeah. So anyways, why don't you tell us a little bit about, while I compose myself, tell us a little bit about, the crafting that you've been doing.
I'm slacking. I've been cleaning bunny cages all day today, so I've got to get my butt back in gear, especially with Christmas coming. But I've done like t-shirt quilts. I've done just small, standard, like square quilts. I'm trying to branch out, and my aunt does a lot of hand piecing and doing like the quilt block swaps. So I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Most of what I do is I vinyl a lot, HTV and things like that. I do hat bands. I do a little bit of everything and a whole lot of nothing all at the same time. I say,
jack of all trades, master of none.
I'm like, ooh, I saw that. I want to make it. I make one, and then
I hardly
move on to
ever
the next exciting Pinterest thing.
I hardly ever make more. And that's another thing with selling is you have to make like 50 of the same thing. And I'm sewing, like there's a handful of patterns I really like, but once I'm done, I'm done. I've made that. Like I'm on to the next thing. So yeah. That's the other problem with trying to do stores.
And I like to customize what I make for people. So a lot of it's Christmas time or birthday time. And so it's like, it's a one of a kind. Who else am I going to make for this person or whatever? So I'm working on some junk journals right now.
Oh,
and
nice.
With those, they all are different. They're all a little wonky. The last one I made, you'd like, I coffee dyed it, but I'd used vanilla coffee. So it smelled lovely.
Oh, that's so nice.
So
Mm.
a little bit of
yeah,
everything, a whole lot of nothing.
The Turkish coffee cups I've decided I need, yeah.
I'm just saying that set was so pretty.
So pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if anyone, I'm gonna have to post the link in the chat so they can go see this. There is this local, and I have never been there. It's not super local. I mean, it's not super far either, but there is a fairly local to me restaurant that it's a Turkish restaurant, and I don't know what half of the stuff that they're posting is.
Yeah, I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but that set
it's just the most delicious food I've ever seen, and I have no idea what it is. And there's meats, and they're basically pouring like this red sauce and yogurt sauce on absolutely everything. And I'm trying to find their.
I'm down to try.
But yeah, today they posted this Turkish coffee with this Turkish coffee set. So I will post the link to that in the group.
Yes, definitely check it out.
You're so welcome, Lisa. Are you heading out? Yeah, you have your interview with Lance shortly, right? I won't keep you guys too long. Can I share my link? Or it just wants me to send it to people.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay. Well, if you're interested in the most amazing coffee cup you've ever seen, click on the picture on the top right where she's like scooping the coffee out of the can in this video. And it is just, they're absolutely beautiful.
It makes me want to drink coffee.
I drink coffee.
I drink coffee, but I don't drink coffee like that.
I want to drink coffee right now. I can screen share it.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let me figure this out. I want to share my screen. I gotta stop. Okay, add to the screen. Not that one. Oops. Oops. This is what happens when you're over 40 and you're trying to be techie.
You've seen our lives. The last one we did was our first, like, totally technically not challenged one we've done.
Okay, so now I'm going to try and show the, here we go. I'm allowing it. So here we go. Look at these cups. Look at this cup.
Are they so pretty?
How do I get this larger? Look at, they have a lid. They're coffee cups that have a lid, and they're gorgeous. Like, how pretty is that?
I'm just saying, those trays need snacks.
Yeah.
Must have snacks with coffee. That pretty.
Oh, well, if you want, like, honestly, like, their whole Instagram page is just lit. Like, the videos they post are absolutely insane.
This is Canadian too, isn't it?
Yes, they're in Canada.
Why do you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to get a passport for this.
You're going to have to get a passport just to come here.
I came all the way here just to try this. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So, anyways, okay, enough about food. Sorry.
It's so fresh. Mm.
Yeah. So, if anyone wants to, follow them on Instagram and drool, by all means.
Yes, we all love, the food.
I know. I'm like, how much would shipping be to?
Surely Canada to Canada is better than America to Canada.
Yes. So I am going to drop this in the chat before I forget, but this is my Instagram for my sewing stuff, which I have not shared much on there in a very long time. But my moniker for that on my Facebook and my blog, and that is That's So Venice, SEW. So, okay, continue.
So I don't know about you, but I get lost on TikTok periodically.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. And I am like, I love vintage.
Yeah.
Vintage compacts, vintage person, like the 50s. Wish I was there. But I ran across this girl who's actually out of California, and all she does is make custom caftans.
Custom what?
Caftans.
Oh, like the shirt thingies.
Yeah, shirt dress thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I was so in love until I saw they were like $300, and I was like, okay, I need to learn to make these. So, I mean, yeah, But she's made them with like fringe and Dolly Parton fabric and like pinup zombies, and I'm just like, yes, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of really fun fabric
right?
shops out there, and fabric and everything. Yeah.
And she's got tons of vintage ones, but she's got like vintage celebrity ones as well that she bought, and I'm just like, that looks like an everyday outfit that I need right now.
Well, some of those outfits, like I find, like when I made, I didn't post a picture of it, but it was a wrap dress, and it was cut on the bias, which means you need like 3 times the amount of fabric
Right.
that you normally would, because instead of laying it like this, you're literally like cutting it across on the diagonal of the fabric on the bias. Oh, I got really bright. Sorry, camera. And what that does is it helps it stretch. It makes it more like body curvy, contouring, clingy, which really I don't really need in a fabric like that.
Right.
But yeah, so when you are making like for me, like when I'm making like a full dress, especially if it's a wrap, like it is a fabric eater. And if you're practicing, go to your local thrift shop, go to Value Village, go and find some funky cool vintage sheets.
Yeah.
Look for you can even use like I made my daughter a really cute skirt out of a tablecloth. Nobody needs to know, especially if you're practicing. Right? And then once you get the size, once you get the fit, you get it how you want it, then you can go and buy your fancy zombie fabric, right?
Right. Yeah,
the channel name for those cups is called Mama Fatma.
Yeah, nope, can't spell that.
Mama Fatmaka. It is a Turkish restaurant in Woodbridge, which is just this down, like just that side of me.
Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to that. I'm ready to make some cinnamon candy, and like it's getting to be that time of year when it's inside time.
Yep. Yep. Mama what? Yeah, you can actually, and I did Google it as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God. So I just Googled Turkish coffee cups, and you can buy sets. You can buy.
They're so pretty.
They're like a silver set and then a gold set. There's a place actually not far from me, and it was called Turkish something. And it was $19.99 for one cup like that with the lid on it. And then it was like $42 for 2 cups and the matching tray. So I sent it to my friend, and he fell in love with it. And I'm like, this will be a perfect Christmas gift for somebody.
Right? That is for sure.
Not for me. I meant for his husband, because they make these fancy drinks all the time. And I was like, oh my God, because he likes to do like the little heart thing sometimes in the top of the coffee or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
So
I'm like, hey,
I'm not either. I
drink
black. I just drink my coffee black. But I thought it would be kind of cool, especially if the person didn't know. And you pull the lid off, and there is this cute little. Anyways, I think they're very pretty, and they'd be a nice Christmas gift for anyone, because they did seem fairly reasonably priced. But yeah, they are gorgeous. Like, yeah, it's like, so what did you see today that you didn't know you needed until now, and now you're obsessing about it?
Right. Like, I think I need to collect that now. Yes.
I need to start collecting Turkish coffee cups. Who knew?
Why not?
Why not? I need a whole nother cabinet. Yeah. Hello, Michael Marcione? I'm probably slaughtering that.
Northern New York State.
From Northern New York State. Oh, you're not too far. Anyone can use a good cup of coffee. Yeah. I actually have 2 cups. No, I have one now. I broke the other one. A friend of mine bought me these 2 really nice coffee cups for my birthday like 4 years ago, and I loved them because they're big, but they're very thin. So they're light. Because I have some big, thick ones, but the light one, I don't know. They were very pretty.
Yeah.
When I was growing up in the 70s, my mom would use pattern flat bedding sheets to hang on our bedroom wall.
Nice.
Hey, why not? Why not? We all saw Sound of Music. I was like, why am I struggling with this, right?
I am all about reusing. I just sometimes my brain glitches and I don't think about that.
Skirt. Yes. I remember I made my daughter a really cute paper bag skirt. Okay. I think they're super cute, but I just cannot wear them. They're not flattering at all, but they are cute. Yeah, I bought a lot of fabric. When I first started sewing for my daughter, the very first thing I made for her was a pillowcase dress. So they're super easy. You don't need a pattern. You just print out a piece of paper with the pattern. Well, I guess it is a pattern, but you just cut off the one section of the top of the pillowcase, fold the top part down, hem it, and then you just literally use the rest of the pillowcase as a finished garment and run ribbon around the top. Super easy. You can do it in like 10 minutes. You don't even need a sewing machine. You can just use iron-on hem tape if you want. And so what I would do is I would go to Value Village and I would just buy like the funkiest pillowcase I could find. And I found this one that was like green, like total 70s green,
Nice.
floral, super cute. So cute on her. Yeah.
It's always such a bummer when they have like the best for the littles, but then you try to make one for yourself and nope, not the same.
No, she looks good in everything. Yeah. That's why I found like there's a few different patterns, and the pattern companies draft for different women's sizes and different shapes. And so when you find a pattern company that works for you, just buy every pattern they have. Yeah. So for me, that is Hala. I love Hala patterns, and she has a few free ones. I'll post her free Agnes dress is my all-time absolute favorite pattern. And it is so easy to make. It's flattering on everyone. It is just an A-line kind of a swing dress. And I'll put the thing down below. But the pattern that y'all like, the kimono one, is from them as well.
Cool.
Iron-on hem tape. Okay, so I have these. Well, I don't have them in my bedroom anymore, but I had these curtains in my bedroom that I finally took down when I was doing the my seed starting this spring. Like they were taking up too much light, and I had my big racks of seeds in there, so I just took the shears down. But I bought those when I lived in Florida in 2001. I think I bought those, and I didn't have a sewing machine at the time. I just bought this fabric that I really liked, and I used iron-on hem tape, and I sewed it on there. And it's been like it's been 20 years that they hung. And I used it for the top part, the loop part, for them to hang on the bar, and they stayed and they hung on there for 20 some years. So yeah, iron-on hem tape is no joke.
Yeah, I hope to branch out. I hope to. Right now, I've got to get like focused on more than one of everything.
I'm trying to go down. Well, that's the thing is like once you do find a pattern that you do really like the Hala, I have the Agnes one. I've made so many. I made them for me. I made tops. I made dresses. I made them for my mom. I've made them short sleeves, long sleeve. Just kind of stick with something and go with it.
Stick with something that works.
Yeah. So Monica, are you still in the chat? Because she wanted to come up as well. Did we lose Monica?
Yeah, jump up here because my son just brought dinner in, so I'm gonna have to jump off here and eat.
Oh, you have to jump off and get dinner. So Monica Katie, she is a fellow YouTube gardener, and she just reopened her Etsy shop.
Sweet.
After like 10 years, I think. So she's been on quite the hiatus. So
sabbatical. It's fine.
And it was funny because she posted that, and I was like, oh, well, what do you know? I'm talking about that on my next live. So why don't you come on over? So here's a link to her Etsy shop, because this is the cutest little sewing kit. If you need an adorable little sewing kit, here's the link to her. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Hey, I just wanted to jump in and let you guys know that Boots and Bounty just went over 1K.
Oh my God, you know what? I was just going to mention them in the chat to say if anyone hasn't subscribed, to go over and say, give them a shout out. That's awesome. Good for them.
Yeah, we just pushed them over in Big Matt's live.
Oh, perfect. Yep. Oh, that's exciting. I got a long ways to go. But good for them, and to already have their watch hours. Oh, that's good. Yeah, to already have their watch hours for sure. For sure. So I don't know where Monica went. She was in the chat earlier. She might have had to pop out.
The link.
Oh, she had to leave?
And we're over 150.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Nice. Woohoo.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump off here. I'll be in the chat here in a minute.
No worries.
Dinner.
I'm just scrolling back to see if Monica said anything. She said she was coming up, but oh, she needs the link. There it is. I just posted it, Monica.
All right, guys.
Hey, we're here.
Good to see you.
Oh no, that's your Etsy. Oh, that's your Etsy link. I gotta share the invite link. Thank you so much, Sarah.
We will see everybody later. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right, there we go. Okay. Is it posting? There it is. There it is, Monica. There it is. The last link there at the bottom. Hi, Larita. Welcome. Welcome. There is Monica. And we're adding her to stream. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, trying to get in the camera right.
I know, it's awkward, right? I'm always readjusting the adjustable chair going up and down. So I just posted your link to your Etsy shop in the comment section. So if anyone wants to go check you out.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That little sewing kit thingy is so stinking cute.
Yeah, so I have one here to show. I don't know.
Oh, the other. It's the opposite. Yeah, it's always the opposite.
Oh, is it? It's the opposite direction.
It's always the opposite direction.
So it just got little notions in it, and a little needle book on top.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so cute.
Little thing. It's a little Altoid tin that I.
Oh, nice. Yep, smart.
Yeah, that I covered with scrapbook paper. So I don't know how to sew. I've always wanted to sew, but I don't know how. One day maybe I'll learn.
There's only one way to figure it out. And honestly, I will say right now that I learned to sew mainly through Facebook groups and YouTube. And then I did take quite a few craftsy courses, but that was more for specialty things like fitting, drafting, FBAs, bra making, more like that. But honestly, free on YouTube, just start and start with the hand stuff. Start with hand embroidery.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at that.
Yeah, I hand embroidered the little flowers, the stitching along the edge. So
very
that
nice
kind of stuff I learned definitely on YouTube. I learned how to crochet. Still don't know how to do it well, but I learned how to crochet on YouTube. So yeah, always helps. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Yep. And you know what? It's never too late to learn something new.
Yep.
And I do want to focus on the hand. You know what? I'll see if I can find it really quick. I have started. My camera's not going to know what to do. No, I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. I'm in my sewing room, but it's a hand quilt that I started
oh, nice
8 years ago. And it's not that big. I just never ever think to work on it. And I'm doing it all by hand because it's an Aloha Quilt. So it's kind of inspired by the Hawaiian style of quilting, where you take a full piece of fabric that's been cut, kind of like you would cut a snowflake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a solid piece that's got shapes, and then you applique it on by hand. So you hand turn applique. So I've done all of that, and now I'm just doing the hand echo quilting around each section. And I started doing like when I would take my daughter would be playing outside in the yard, and I'd just be sitting there, and my neighbor would come out and crochet, and I'd be sitting there, and I'm like, well, I can't bring the sewing machine out here. So I started doing that, and then I would take it to the park until I lost a needle. I lost a needle in the grass at the park one time, and I felt so bad. I went back with like a giant magnet thing to try and find it. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm never taking it to the park again. Yeah. So aside from that, I probably should not have admitted that on TV. Yeah. So I really need to spend more time with the hand stuff. I should do that in the car. Maybe I should find it and bring it, because this job we're doing is like an hour and 45-minute drive each way for the next 2 days.
Is it a little difficult with the car moving to try and sew? Would it be a little difficult?
I don't know. I might poke myself. Don't mind the blood stains on the quilt. It'll wash out. I've done it in the car a bit before. I've done a lot of seam ripping in the car.
I can see that working. I don't know about
I've done that. I've done that a lot. And sometimes in the car, I have done in the car, like if I'm doing any like the quilting, and I'm doing like a hand stitching the edge thing that goes around binding. Woo! Can you tell I was up at 5 this morning? Yeah. So I hand stitched the binding on. So I've done that by hand for sure. In the car.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Well, you
So
have much
what
more-
else? What all do you have on your listings?
Well, I haven't done much yet. So I had my
Okay.
shop. I opened it over 10 years ago. But then I closed it because it was a little too much to handle along with work. So I decided to just leave. But then now, since I unfortunately lost my job recently, they eliminated my role. So I decided, well,
So
I kind
sorry.
of have some time now, and decided to open up my shop again. And started with the sewing tins. I mostly do paper crafts.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so I was just going to go back and go through just my supplies and everything I have from, back when. And yeah, starting to figure things out again, and probably do some crafting again, and post some other things online until I get another job. So we'll see.
Very nice. Keep in mind, Flipside Marketplace, where they're doing the seeds. Turf Therapy started the website. They're doing the seed selling and stuff on there, but it's open up to any kind of craft. So
Okay.
if you want to look into maybe selling on there, they said anything. If you're selling, soaps or jams or quilts or anything like that, handcrafting. It's kind of like an Etsy type-ish
Okay.
idea, I think. But it's run by Turf Therapy, and I know like Lion Crest and Pam from Container Crops are selling seeds and stuff on there. So
Oh,
check it out. I don't know, like I have no idea what it entails or what the requirements or anything like that. But that's I'll post a link.
Okay, cool. I'll look into that. Definitely.
Yeah. So I will post a link to that. And yeah, and check out their seeds too, because I know they've been. Yes, another reason for the skill, a little side hustle. And then you got to work on you gotta get out more videos. You are at, let's see, how many subscribers do you have? You're at 8? No, 7. I checked it earlier. Now I can't remember.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, 750, something like that.
750. Yeah. Start pushing those videos. Start plugging it. Start getting those
Yeah.
hours. That's another.
Yeah. What's weird? It's like I have the hours. I'm almost like at 4,000 all the time.
Oh my God.
But I just can't. The subscribers are super slow. Super slow. They're just inching.
Inching along. Yeah, you got to start. Got to start getting more videos out and join more people's lives. Get your name out there and start getting what you can get. I'll post your link. I forgot. I don't know why I can't ever figure out how to get. I got to go through and add the mods like before I think I go live, because I can't do it from the computer. So here we go. I put a period at the end. That's not going to work.
Yeah, I can't see the chat from because I'm on my iPad.
Oh, right. Yeah, I hate that when you join on the StreamYard from someone else's. You can either click chat or the camera. So
Yep.
frustrating. Yeah. So here is Miss Monica Katie's YouTube channel. If you want to go and check out her garden videos, but throw in some crafting too. You never know, right? Some
Yeah, I was
garden
thinking about
crafting.
that, but don't want to confuse the audience too much either. So
I don't know. We throw in. You know what? That's the thing is after a while you watch the channel because you watch that person, right? So you got to see, like, Garden Answer. Like, do you get mad when if she decided to show you painting her bedroom? You're like, hell yeah, I want to see you paint your bedroom. Like, I don't care, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to, you enjoy it when she does the other crafts, right? So,
I'm looking forward to her doing some Christmas decorating. She didn't do it last year because she was pregnant, but the year before.
She didn't do it last year. What, she only did like 5 trees? Like,
a ton
my God.
prior year.
And in the Hartley, it's going to be
Oh my God, that's going to be amazing when she puts that tree in there.
It is going to be
gorgeous.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm almost as excited, and I'm excited to see Bonnie. Bonnie from Artist in the Garden. She got her lovely little greenhouse set up this spring, and
oh, that's
she's
right.
gonna have to put. She's gonna have to put. What right after Laura posted the video of the tree, I messaged Bonnie. I said, "So, are you getting a tree for your?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." So she's gonna have a Christmas tree up in hers, and that's gonna be really pretty. That'll be nice to see too.
That will look great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
For sure. So I did just want to mention, like, do you have anything else you want to talk about, like, in particular? Okay. I am thinking of trying to do some kind of a crafty collab. And so I'll probably talk about it a little bit more in my next live, just because I'll have time to have thought about it and push for it. And Bonnie is, yes, I'm looking for a Christmas tree for today. Nice. Okay. So I am going to post the link. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love a good spreadsheet. So here is my spreadsheet, and I'll be plugging it. I'll probably do a video about it as well. This, if you want to log onto this spreadsheet, if you are into any kinds of crafts or any hobby outside of gardening that you want to be part of a collab, just put your name and your information on there, and then I'm going to try and figure it out. So if you already have a video out of like a pattern, you know, if you make soaps, if you make jams, if you do woodworking, it doesn't matter, whatever you do. So even if you already have a video out on your channel, sign up for it. And I'm thinking of either featuring, you know, like maybe 3 or 4 in one video. And if you already have a full video out, then you can just send me like a clip, and then I can put a bunch of clips. It'd be like a little catalog or a little preview of everyone's different, you know, hobbies and crafts. And it'd be kind of a nice way to, you know, especially if you want to learn how to do something and there's someone you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. You can connect with them. And I think it might encourage us to put out a few videos that are a little bit more, like, I don't know if I'm going to go full sewing, because I do have a lot. I actually have a sewing channel on YouTube that I have 38 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have like 5 videos, so it's not a big deal. I wasn't really pushing it at the time. I did that about three or 4 years ago, and it was mainly just to explain a few techniques to other people. I was tired of trying to describe it in a text. How to do something with the sewing machine. It's, you know, so I thought, I'll just do a video. So I just popped it up on YouTube because it was free. So anyways, yeah, but I'd never even thought of pursuing YouTube at all. So when I decided to start the garden channel, I just thought, I'm going to do a fresh start, because my channel's name is That's So Venice. And so a lot of people think I'm in Venice, Italy, or I'm in Venice, Florida, or I'm in Venice, California. And I figured having Venice in a gardening title in Canada would just be way too confusing, right? So share the link. You follow sewing channels. It's not going to be exciting, Mountain Grandma. And I haven't added a video in a long time. And I do have a few on there that I think are actually, they might even be private or like link only, that I did for some of the pattern groups that I was in. But I'll post the link if you want to watch it. I have a great gathering video on there, an easy way to gather. I use elastic thread. Woo. Yeah. And then I can't even remember what videos are on there. Actually, I started popping up a few garden videos on my sewing channel, and then people started liking them, and I got a few comments on it, and I thought, oh, maybe it's kind of where it all started. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm wearing this dress. I'm wearing this top in one of the videos. So I show you how I did the neckline on this, because I adjusted it was too high, and I adjusted the neckline down low. So that's in one of the videos on there. Oh, that's funny. So now you know this shirt's 2 years old. Perfect. All right. So yeah, so I wanted to start doing a few collab videos, and I am thinking of some kind of a Christmas giveaway thing, like 12 days of giveaways. That came out really wrong.
12 days of Christmas,
Yeah.
12 days giveaway.
12 days of giveaways. But due to the fact that I know shipping costs are going up in the US and we're all broke, and I don't want to do like a ton of like something expensive that people have to give away. So what I'm thinking is like the first 12 days, and we're busy, like we're busy doing other things. So I'm thinking first 12 days of December, I will either have like 1 or 2 people in a video, however many I get, I will divvy it up over those days. And you can give away like a pattern or a recipe or something someone can just download, not something that's necessarily something that you ship out to them, but just something kind of everyone on their like cut sheets or, like if you had like a little embroidery thing you wanted to do and could, or at least like how to make a card, like a little DIY, how to make a Christmas card with paper craft or whatever, right? Something like that people just can kind of watch, and maybe something like that. So something that it's a giveaway in the sense that you get something, you gain something from it, whether it's a free pattern, a free download, something like that, a free recipe that's, maybe something kind of cutesy that they can download, something like that, because I really don't want it to be a burden on anybody. Financially, money-wise, giving stuff away, or even time-wise, right? Like I know we need just to have the time to make something to give away for free, and the shipping and all that is a bit much. I don't want to ask that. I just want it to be more of a fun, collaborative, just experience, just, kind of as a few short videos to kind of get into the spirit of things. And it doesn't have to be Christmas or holiday related, right? And anyone from any religion, it doesn't matter what you celebrate, everyone's welcome, and it doesn't have to be like Christmassy, right? So
do you think you would do this from December 1st to 12th?
I'm thinking, I think that'd be good. It would be far enough, I think, in advance of Christmas that it's not going to be like, you don't want it to be too close to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
People are busy with their families and stuff. So, I mean, it could even be towards the end of November. Like people chime in, let me know, like say, listen, December, I am done. Like end of November is better for me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 12 days. It's just kind of a fun idea. Just to kind of get people seen, just to get people out there, get to know each other. Like I really enjoy watching other people's videos when they talk about, some of the crafts and some of the stuff that they do. Right. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Just share it all. So my next live, I'll probably be talking about it more. And if anyone wants to come on and just kind of show some of the projects they've been working on, whether they do quilting or I keep going to woodworking. Like there's got to be other crafts that I can't think of. Jewelry making, right? I know there's a lot of people out there that make jewelry and beads. Soaps are beautiful. Anything like that. So I'm not going to keep you any longer because I have to be up at 5 again.
Oh,
yeah, not fun. And I do want to mention 2 things. One is I'm going to be interviewed on Monday night by Gail Southern Living. There are so many crafts and I cannot think of any of them right now. Gail Southern Living is going to be interviewing me over on her channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night. And when you're done here, hop on over to Bland's Promise Ranch Farm something. It showed us up on my notifications. Bland's, oh my goodness, I should post the link. You guys can go crash their party. But they are interviewing Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farm. And I don't know why I can't find Bland's Promised Ranch, I think it is. Yeah, there it is. So I'll post that link if anyone wants to go find out more nitty gritty. Oh, why do I keep putting, my fat fingers hit the period every time I go to hit enter. And so it always puts a period at the end of a link and then they don't work. So go on over and check out Bland's Promise Ranch. They are interviewing her and they are at 494 subscribers. Oh my gosh, that would be fun to see them get up over 500 tonight. So if you haven't, it's that one right there, the bottom one. Yeah. So if you haven't checked them out, go over and check them out and click like and feel free to subscribe if you so wish. I'm not going to force you to do it. But if you want to and see them get up over 500, that would be nice. And it was very exciting to hear about the other channel who went over. They finally hit their 1K. Yay. And we're going to get you there, Monica. What's your goal? When are you hitting that 1K? What's your goal for 1K?
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to pick a date. Pick a date and work for it.
Oof.
Pick a day and work for it. Or
We'll
pick,
try.
when am I going to hit that 800? When am I going to hit that 800? Say by Thanksgiving, I'm going to be at 800.
By the
Right?
end of the year.
By the end of what?
By the end of the year, 800.
Oh, come on, you gotta push, you gotta push, you gotta push. Because honestly, I told myself I was gonna be at 400 at the end. I think it was September, and I was like 25 away 3 days before, and I was like, oh, there's no way. But you know what? It pushed me. I put out 2 more videos. I joined a couple people's lives and chatted, and I complained in a Facebook group that I was so far away. And when I woke up Sunday morning, which was October 1st, I was at 402. So if I hadn't set that goal that Wednesday night, that Wednesday night when I realized, oh my God, I have to do something if I want to see any growth. If I hadn't had that goal, I never would have put out those videos. I never would have pushed myself to do that. So you do have to set those goals. Don't make them crazy. My goal was to hit 500 by Christmas, and now I'm trying to push it to maybe 600.
Nice.
By New Year's.
By New Year's,
By New Year's.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
and for
500,
yeah.
I'll get the community tab.
I get the community tab, which I have no idea really what that is or why I want it, but I want it. And I'm gonna do a t-shirt giveaway for 500 subs. So my t-shirt went into the shop yesterday. I finally found a shirt that I didn't hate. It's getting done. So hopefully by my next live, and maybe before, I might have my first merch. So I'm really excited to have my shirt made. So I will be making someone's, no, I'm not making it. My neighbor's making them. For my 500, I'll be doing a giveaway of that and hopefully some stickers. So I've been working in Canva and a few other things to work on my stickers, and I keep making them and then I keep hating them all. So hopefully I will find one I like. So thank you so much for joining us. Go check out Monica if you haven't yet here, or check out her. Oh, she is here. Yes. Etsy shop. And go pop on over and see Bland's Promise Ranch and go harass Lisa. Maybe ask some embarrassing questions if you can. And I will see you guys later. And thank you so much. I'm back. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to. Normally, I've been doing every 2 weeks. I might start doing it every week, just because I'm going to start having less stuff to film outside. So, and then if I kind of want to get off the ground with this collab, I might come back next week. So I will either be next Thursday or I will be 2 Thursdays from now, the 28th. So we shall see. But click the notification bell so that you know where I'm at. So yeah, I got to post things on it. Very useful. Good. Okay. So I'm excited for all right, community tab. Yes. All right. And I hope to see you all on Monday night over at Gail's. Thank you. And we're out.